What is going on, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Hit that little bell as well so you can stay up to date. We got a lot of things happening, a lot of car related content coming up, and the spring and summer schedule is getting packed up as we speak. So very exciting stuff happening over the next several months, so you don't want to miss it. So today is another good day. Got a lot of stuff going on, and just looking around the old garage here, the old shop. Unfortunately, over the Christmas holiday, the shop took a beating, and it really was neglected. So trying to do a little cleanup in here and get things organized. You can see the bench behind me. He's got some junk stacked up, but the car is inside, and it's up in the air a bit on the new ramps. So we're trying out the new ramps, and we're going to do some stuff today, but I did want to do a little organizing and a little cleaning up. But anyway, that's enough of that. We'll get that stuff cleaned up, but let's get to what we really wanted to get to today, and that's opening this next package. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got yesterday. Well, we actually got two packages, but they go hand in hand. We'll touch these last because that'll kind of give away what it is. Let's open this bad boy up. Everything's too light for wheels. I really need wheels. If anybody has any wheels, let me know. I know what it is, but I'm gonna act surprised. Oh my gosh. Just what we've been waiting for. So here they are. We got a set of resonated test pipes. Of course, these will just be used on the track car because they are just resonated. They do eliminate the catalytic converters, and technically they're not street legal. So we're not going to have these on the daily driven Q50. These will be on just the track car, okay? Just keep that in mind. Upon first inspection, very shiny. There are a couple little dings, but I suspect that's from the crazy FedEx drivers delivering things around the holidays. But they're very nicely polished, TIG welded, and the welds are actually very nice. I have not found any chunky welds, nor have I found any pinholes or anything too wild or out of the ordinary. The flanges are nice and thick and substantial. They don't appear to have any warping. I did take a straight edge to it, and there's maybe some slight curvature, but I think the main portion is going to be touching where it needs to touch with the gaskets that were included. Again, they are resonated. Oh, there's no light shining through, so you can't see, but there you go, resonator. Yeah, so this is definitely going to open up the airflow. Should we talk about the brand? What brand are they? We will. Just hold on. Even the welds around the O2 sensor bungs are nice. The one thing that I'm a little bit nervous of is clearance with how long these actually are. They're probably maybe just over an inch. So hopefully there's no clearance issues, but we will definitely take a look at that. So as I've mentioned before, my whole goal kind of with this project on this channel currently with this Q50 is to, I don't want to say prove a point, but the idea is to complete a quality project without spending a ton of money, basically. So my goal is to find some products that are of decent quality, that are going to get me some nice results in terms of horsepower gains and performance, and not break the bank. So I have a budget in mind, and some horsepower numbers in mind, and that's what we're working towards. So before we talk about how much these cost and what brand they are, let's talk about what brand they're not and how much they didn't cost. So there's quite a selection for test pipes, as far as regular test pipes, resonated test pipes, or high flow cats, in a bunch of different brands. You can tell that these do not have the flex pipe portion. It is just solid pipe all the way through. So you might know that they're, right off the bat, that they are not Megan Racing. So there's a couple reasons for that, a couple reasons I didn't go with Megan Racing. I like the price point of Megan Racing, but first of all, I didn't want a test pipe with the flex pipe portion. Anytime you put a flex pipe, although it's a good idea, we know the engine torques and twists as you accelerate and decelerate and accelerate. So having a nice a flexible portion of pipe is helpful in preventing flanges and things like that from breaking under the pressures that the engine torquing puts on the pipe. But when you have a portion of flex pipe, it adds an extra section of potential breakage or failure. So I wanted to reduce the potential of failure, obviously, so I didn't go with Megan Racing. Another reason is there's some negative reviews about Megan Racing products, especially the resonated test pipes, welds breaking around the flanges and things of that nature. So a lot of people say you get what you pay for. That's true in a lot of cases. Sometimes you pay for what you get, and that's true in a lot of cases as well. So I just wanted to avoid that, despite the fact that I like the price point of those test pipes. Another brand that gets thrown around a lot, I've seen it recommended on forums and on the Facebook groups, is Burke. I wasn't a big fan of what I saw of Burke test pipes, the resonated pipes. Reviews are pretty decent, but just take a look at these pictures. So these are the Burke test pipes. To me, the welds just look chunky, the flanges look nasty. I mean, look at the welds around the resonator and also around the O2 bung. Just not very clean, although they may be decent welds. They just look raunchy. So I guess just upon first impression, from seeing the Burke test pipes online and considering their price, I was hesitant to move forward. And if nothing else, like I said, this is kind of a project, kind of a whatever you want to call it, an experiment, I guess. So I got these less expensive test pipes that look nice. The welds look good. Initially, like when this particular brand was first coming out, some of the reviews were a little on the negative side, but more recent reviews, these have gotten actually really good praise, besides the name. So let me just tell you right now what the brand is. The brand is Beluga Racing. I might get roasted and toasted for this one, but the brand is Beluga Racing. I've heard comments about, oh, Beluga, it's named after a whale, it can't be any good, blah blah. But seriously, look at the welds. Very clean. The flanges are nice. They don't look like they came out of a rusted old Chevy. Like I said, even around the O2 bung, nice welds. Around the neck and the other flange, very nice. So, just based on appearances, sometimes the first impression is the only impression, right? The rumor with these also is that the Beluga Racing test pipes are actually the same exact thing as Top Speed Auto test pipes. So that happens across all industries, from the motorcycle industry to auto industry to food and medications even. A single manufacturer makes a number of different brands. So these are supposedly made in the same facility by the same machines and the same people as the Top Speed test pipes, which is a little bigger name than Beluga Racing. But like I said, this is a bit of a project, a bit of an experiment. We'll see how they work. They're only $150 on eBay. I'll put a link in the description. it's hard to beat that. Like I said, they look nice. The quality feels to be of a decent standard, and welds are good. So air should flow through them. I mean, they're just a resonated chunk of pipe. So not a whole lot is needed. As long as the welds don't give away, we should be okay. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description to this particular product off eBay. And like I said, again, one more time, this is kind of an experiment. $150, $160 is, it's not cheap by any means. But if they're no good, you know, we'll take them off. We'll go back to stock. We'll find something a little bit better. But you can't beat that. A nice quality set of resonated test pipes for less than $200. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty stoked, as the kids say these days. Do they still say that? I don't know. These did also come with hardware as well, which is helpful. Some nice gaskets, 2 of the triangle gaskets and 2 of the 2-bolt gaskets, and some bolts. I'm not sure if we'll need those or not, but they are here nonetheless. And before I forget, we did actually get 2 packages. These are the 90 degrees for the O2 sensors. Just in case they do throw a check engine light. These add a 90 degree, obviously, and can get the O2 sensor a little bit further away from the exhaust stream. So there you have it. So we have some Beluga Racing resonated test pipes, $159 from eBay. We have some other packages coming. I'm very excited. I wasn't going to attempt the installation of these quite yet, just because I'm getting a tune in a month or 2 months, hopefully by the end of February. That's the goal. And I just really didn't want to be driving around with a check engine light on potentially for a month or 2. Even though I could get the O2 sensor out of the stream and eliminate that cell, I believe, anyway, we can do that. I don't know, just didn't want to do it. But I also know myself, and I don't think I could sit here with these pipes on the bench for 2 months and not touch them. So the car is already on the ramps. Maybe we'll just go under there and take a look and see what we're dealing with. But I'm not going to do that on this video. It's getting late. Like I said, I wanted to clean up a little bit in the shop tonight, and maybe we'll get to it tomorrow. We'll see. But we have more packages coming tomorrow. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the like button. Let me know what you think about the Beluga test pipes. Like I said, I've read some decent reviews. I'm not a big brand loyal dude. I'm not a fanboy of any kind, really. So, you know, I'm here to try anything, and if anything works, like I always say, if something for $200 can do the same thing that something for $400 can do, why would you spend $400, right? So here we go. That's my story. Sticking to it. Again, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.